Hi there everybody and welcome to the HQ. Today we're going to be reacting to Ever Given, Ever Taken Away by the Internet Historian. Now I know a bit about the Ever Given myself just because it's so recent and it happened to be in the news quite a bit with how it affected everything. But I don't know all of the little nitty-gritty details about it, and I hope that this gets into it if it's anything like the Coast of Concordia video that he did prior. So let's get right into this.
This video was made possible by Saley and some very patient people over at Patreon.
Very patient. I know.
Fades in.
Yeah, I know his release schedule. I've seen the video.
My friend, let me weave you a tale of a windswept night beyond the old Egyptian sands.
Oh no.
Where the water plays coy with the shore, and the coy are sure to play in the water.
The
Where the
production value.
wolves make love to the moon.
To the moon.
Exterior day. This is the Suez Canal.
Jeez.
Undeniably, Egypt's most famous body of water.
How does something get
Nothing
stuck
bad
in something that
ever
wide?
happens
Like,
here.
well, now that I think about it, shipping containers are pretty big boats.
Except for that one time.
That one time.
Oh.
Except for that one time. Oh.
Okay, so there's a
no.
ship, and it's called the Ever Given. And
Yes.
it's going up the Suez Canal really, really fast. Probably.
Oh. It says,
And you think
it
that
says
the Port Authority
blitzing.
would call up, and they'd be like,
Captain, you are going way too fast.
but the captain, he's wicked sick cool. So he's like,
They're just jealous of my passion for going fast through critical trade infrastructure. Increase speed.
He truly is the Vin Diesel.
If you will not slow
Truly
down,
is the
prepare
Vin
to meet
Diesel
the full might
of-
of the Egyptian military.
of
two
boating.
of Egypt's fastest fighter jets scramble on the runway. But the captain kept adding power.
He's got to break. He's got to hit it.
Europe need these Chinese knockoffs of European goods.
And they got all sorts of technology to go like top speed.
Don't go faster. I
Not
beseech
the
you.
But
magnets.
everyone on the crew
Not
was
the
loving
magnets.
it. Yeah, go faster.
Oh God, no.
But then,
Look out! Someone left a ramp in the middle of the canal.
I ain't afraid of nothing.
it was at this point
Oh,
that
God.
the captain
This-
chose to do a wicked sick jump.
Just whip that shit like Wave Rate
Yes.
64.
But they overshot it.
Oh.
They were gonna collide with a gently sloping sandy bank.
Oh no. That's not good. That's
They
gonna
threw
fuck
on the
up.
handbrake.
That's
Drop
gonna
anchor.
fuck up your
Brace
tricks.
for impact.
But it was too late. Collision. Literally everybody died.
Well,
Ever given, ever taken away.
you heard it here, folks. We died. Rip. We're dead, folks. Sorry to say. Okay. Off to a good start already. We're already off to a good
Yeah,
start.
that'll do. All right, see you in a year. What do you mean it's not long enough? Wikipedia, ChatGPT. Add the music. They love that.
Oh.
A reaction GIF? That's a good one. No, this video's too good. Dial it back a little.
You gotta pull that back.
Okay, let me start again. I'll do the phony voice too. Better. Okay, so here's what really happened.
The following is based on a true events. However, more details come from secondary sources. While some conversations were recorded, including the VDR data on the ship, almost none of that material has been made available to the public. Well, that sucks. Usually, I like it, like accidents, especially like this, or just in general, I like it more whenever the recording data like that is released to the public, even if it is kind of morbid. Because I've heard more like end of crash scenarios of cockpit voice recordings that I'd like to admit, just because I watch a lot of like airline like disaster videos. But yeah, it would definitely be better if we could actually hear what happened with our own ears and get a grasp of what happened in the bridge like that. Anyway, back to my reading. So we took a few liberties to fill the gaps. Oh boy, I'm sure that's going to be just tremendously accurate. All characterization should be considered fictional, not reflective of the real people involved, and interpreted for storytelling and entertainment purposes only, obviously. We also played pretty fast and loose with certain details in the order of events. Be cool and please don't bother any of the people involved in the Suez incident. We're just here to have a good time. Yeah, so you heard him. Don't go fucking with people. Don't be doing that. That's pussyless behavior. If you do that, you don't get pussy. Dry dick. You dry.
Happened.
Act 1. Everything is great. Everything is
This
awesome.
story begins in Malaysia. Of course, you already know, but that's this one over here.
Oh yeah.
And at a port named Tanjung Palepus is the container ship known
That's a
as
name,
the
all right.
Evergiven.
I'm not even going to attempt
The
that.
last of the cargo is loaded onto the ship, and the captain of the ship, Krishnan Kanthaval, is there with his crew of 20. Hello! At this point, Kanthaval probably said something like, "All right, the boat's tummy is all full of cargo. We're almost ready to get going."
No wonder
So
this is so
Evergreen,
like
the
so
operating
much
company of the
production
ship,
value.
would have
They've got
called ahead
like all of the
and booked passage for the ship.
all of, I
one adult
assume
ship ticket,
like
please.
if it's like people that he just has doing these things and then just like
containers?
like
Hold
it's never
on.
that of course, but then like
1,
putting
2, 3,
like
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
drawing
11, 12.
Now, this
pictures over
guy
their
at
heads,
the
obviously.
operating company is on the line to the Suez Canal Authority, and they are in charge of all of the operations of the Suez Canal.
yeah.
All right, thank you for choosing Suez Waterways. You are scheduled for March 23rd. You are 922nd in queue. All right, we've got a Supermax
Jesus.
container coming through on March 23rd. Pulling up the stats now. The Evergiven, one of the largest container ships in the world.
Damn.
Over 400 meters long,
400 meters
60
long.
meters wide. Only
A big
10%
un.
smaller than the world's largest aircraft carrier.
Not to scale, the USS General Ford is actually smaller lengthways than the Evergiven, but it's a bit wider in some parts than it's larger overall. If we use more accurate visual, it would look deceptively smaller. So TLDR, big ass boat. Big ass boat. Like, goodness. I would not want to be behind the helm of that thing.
Able to carry over 20,000 of these shipping containers.
Jesus.
Here's a guy in a sandwich for scale.
Carry capacity is measured 20-foot equivalent units. These are the smaller size containers pictured here, but most containers are 40 feet, twice as long. Jesus. So the Evergiven would have closer to only 10,000 standard containers worth of carry capacity. Still impressive. I can't even carry one. I could carry one. I'll carry it on my back. I'll fling that shit in space. Just watch me.
All right, navigator, helmsman, Gene. Let's get going.
Gene.
We wouldn't want to hold up the other ships. With a teary goodbye, the Evergiven sets sail from Malaysia and makes course for the Netherlands.
Evergiven's starting point was Shenzhen. I'm not going to try that. It's place in China. It made a stop in Malaysia before heading to the Suez.
Let's go to the map. Malaysia, and you already know, but the Netherlands is over here. The route's so simple. You just go from here over to...
Oh.
We're blocked by Africa, sir. Should we just head back? Don't worry, I know a shortcut. Head into that inlet. It's called the Red Sea.
Yeah,
Captain,
I know what the Red
it's
Sea is.
blue. I know.
That shouldn't be funny, but it
In
is.
a bit over a week, the Evergiven cruises all the way to the Red Sea.
And on the way,
God
someone
damn.
on the crew
Why'd
points
that fuck
out
me up?
Djibouti. And says
Djibouti.
it aloud. Djibouti.
Djibouti. Djibouti.
Because it's fun to say.
It
it's
is
a
fun
great
to
time
say.
to be a cargo ship captain, I can tell you that much.
Captain, we've got another problem on the sat-nav.
Oh no.
There's more land in the way. How are we supposed to get through an obstacle like this? Should I just head back? Now, if this was 1868, Canterville would be in big trouble. But luckily, in 1869, someone happened to dig a big channel
Well, that's good.
right from one side of this isthmus to the other, and filled it with water, they did, which meant that ships no longer needed to circumnavigate Africa. It's nothing personal. It's a geographic thing. Late that evening, the Ever Given arrives at the Gulf of Suez, here on the map.
Yeah, not gonna lie,
It's a
I
big,
didn't
open
even notice
area
that
for
either.
ships to park. And there are ships everywhere, sitting idle, waiting for their turn to pass through the canal. Now the helmsman is kind of driving around the area, looking for a place to park and drop anchor.
Yawn snuck up on me there.
But then, something captures his attention.
Oh?
Hey, what's that mysterious-looking ship over there? It looks abandoned.
Huh?
M.V. Ahmad. M.V. Do not speak its name, helmsman. Why not? Look, there's a spot. That's a handicap. They park the ship, drop anchor, and radio in to the Suez Canal Authority. Thank you for joining the queue. Typical wait time is a few hours, up to...
Typical wait time might be anywhere from a few hours to a full day, depending on traffic and conditions. Also, that poster is a baddie. Although I'm like that. Some of that looks AI generated, but I'm not gonna say it is because I don't want to be rude. Because I don't know, but it just looks like it. If I had to get like a good look at it, but I'm not gonna. I'll assume. I'll take benefit of the doubt.
One business day. Why do we have to wait? Why can't we just go straight through? Because we've got rules here at the canal. A big book of them. No running, no dive bombing, and blah, blah, blah. Somewhere way down the back of the manual it says, all vessels entering or leaving the canal must have a pilot. And in fact, a ship as large as yours needs two. These pilots are employees of the Canal Authority who understand the perils of the route. Kind of like a consultant to the captain. And
I mean, it's a good idea to have...
Yes, go here, turn coming up here, watch out for the geese.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, like, with a place as, like, precarious as the Suez Canal, and, like, apparently how this just happens, it's a good idea to have people on board that know how to navigate that area, because if you don't have someone who's not well-versed in navigating the area, you could just wind up doing exactly what this ship is about to do. You know, you want people who know what they're talking about and know what they're doing.
So just stand by for a while, yep? Alright, nothing to do till this pilot arrives. Guess I'll take a little bit of me time. I'm off to my cabin, fellas. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And so just after midnight, Canterville heads back to his quarters to take a nap. Quite a cozy scene, wouldn't you say?
I'm going to get caught off guard by that.
On the Ever Given tonight.
Oh?
There seems to be some trouble.
Oh.
With the weather.
No. Not the weather.
2:30 a.m. Canterville wakes up.
Oh?
Outside is the loud rattle of shipping containers sparring with the wind. Loud enough to capture Canterville's attention.
I don't like that.
He dashes up to the bridge.
I don't like that at all.
Alright, what's the status on it being really, really windy outside? The wind is up to 35 knots, but the Ever Given is fine and the anchor is keeping us held. Alright, it sounds like I can head back to my quarters then. Wait, Captain. I think we need to move the ship. Yeah, those guys are getting closer and closer to us. We're surrounded by ships like the Al Nasriyah. Their anchors can't withstand the wind, and they are being dragged about.
Yeesh.
We need more buffer, or there's risk of a collision. Good thinking. All right, duty engineer, prep the engines. Aye. The ship kicks to life. The helmsman
that sounds terrifying.
To get further
it's like
away from the
watching
other
a
ship.
ship slowly slide closer because their own anchor has
Full
failed.
control. Although this waiting area is delightful, the weather outside is very frightful. Is passage through the canal still happening? Not cancelled. Hold position. Your pilot is wrapping up and will be on his way to your vessel soon. They're making us wait. Captain, if we're struggling not to hit ships in this big open area, it's going to get pretty dicey when we have to navigate through a narrow channel like the Suez.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Although you should have said, spoiler warning.
Coming up next on Channel Ad Time.
Welcome
time.
back to Raising Saley. I'm Saley Man, professional traveler and
A
eSIM
new
user,
character
finding
debuts.
tourists to get them huge savings on an eSIM plan. It ain't for the faint of heart. But if there's one thing I've
Not
learned in
North
all my
Sentinel
years,
Island.
when they're traveling, they need data.
I can't get an Uber. I didn't sort out my data before I left.
Got another one? Try this. First, we download the Saley app on your phone. Then we choose how much data we want and where. Then we add the code Internet Historian for 15% off. And don't forget the most important part. Mwah. I just gave your phone international data using the Saley app.
Thank you, Saley Man. Very cool.
Oh
So
no!
download the Saley app or scan the QR code on the screen now and use the code Internet Historian to get 15% off at checkout.
You know, that would actually be kind of handy if, if I had the money or time to travel internationally. I'd love to travel internationally, don't get me wrong. Like, it's just a matter of me not having the time or the money because it's expensive and I work 50 hours a week on night shift and don't have time. So, it's a shame. I mean, if I ever do travel internationally, I'll look into it, but, it's just one of those things.
It's so beautiful here in the hills of Switzerland. If only I could listen to podcast in the background.
Here comes
Podcast.
Saley Man. Over 200 destinations, 24/7 live chat support, and no physical SIM or roaming fees, because it's just an app.
Oh, that's good.
Could I have my phone back, please?
At Saley, family comes first, and data comes second. Data comes first. They're both tied for first.
Tonight on
I prefer
Raising
Swiss
Saley.
there.
Anyone can get Saley. Did once. Sorry, I have a boyfriend once. All
Oh.
regular.
I have a presentation in 15 minutes at the UN Security Council,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't download the slides. Without this presentation, I'm worried they're going to nuke North Sentinel Island again.
No!
15 minutes to go when he hasn't got
Again?
the slides.
I'll be the guy who started the next World War without those damn slides.
10 minutes to go when he
Yes,
hasn't
a
got the
world
slides.
war with North
History will
Sentinel
not
Island.
look kindly on me without those slides.
Here comes Saley. Now you have 10 gigabytes of data on your phone. Cheaper than most phone providers.
I love you, Saley Man.
Hush, little one. I saved it.
The Saley app really saved me.
This
Tourism,
truly was
not
our darkest
nukes.
hour.
Top
But
10
we
sexiest
prevailed.
Pokemon.
It's not any...
Top 10 sexiest Pokemon. How about a plug? The plug to the 6 Pokemon Smasher Pass videos I did that are up all on my channel, PackRatVT, right now. Go check them out.
easy job. But Saley gets me
Oh
through.
no, not the pillow.
So download the Saley app or scan the QR code on screen and use Internet Historian as the code to get 15% off at checkout. Get some damn data on your phone, why not?
Speaking of the Smasher Pass, I'm going to be trying to get back with Mock and Key to do another one once we have more data on all of the new Mega Evolutions in Pokemon ZA and hit that up. So that's going to be fun. Look forward to that.
Ad over. Some time has passed. We're back on the bridge. There's the helmsman. Captain's gone back to his quarters. Pilots won't be here for hours.
Oh
Then
no.
suddenly, an idea.
Oh no. We don't
The
need
helmsman
ideas.
takes it upon himself to navigate a little bit of art. Tee-hee-hee, says the helmsman. As
I
long as
did
no
hear
one checks
about
the
that.
nav data, this won't
I did
come back
hear
to
about
bite me
him
at all.
drawing a big dick with the nav data. That
A couple
is
of hours pass.
peak comedy.
The wind dies down just a little.
Oh, that's good.
No ships crashed into the Ever Given, but a small one did pull up beside it.
Why?
Captain, pilots are here.
Oh, pilots. What'd that say?
Captain, pilots are here.
There was an initial pilot who guided the crew to the canal entrance, different from the two in this shot. When he leaves, these two pilots join the Ever Given. Nothing else interesting happens with this initial pilot, so we've conflated this event. bringing the two pilots in earlier to spare you the pointless scene that holds no meaning. Good storytelling.
Welcome aboard. Oh, hey, Captain. Yes, we're running late. Where's the helm? We don't know what the pilots' names are, so we're just going to go with blue and red. Okay, I think we should move ahead at about 14 kilometers. That's right. Ahead. 14 kilometers per hour.
Well, they've got their guys, so let's see how this screws up.
Taking position at the entrance to the canal. Convoy, checking in. Ready. All right, everybody. We want to be alert. Stay focused. Yeah, Captain. I'll follow the other ships. I'll try not to get lost. Hold on, helmsman. And the audience. This is a much more perilous journey than you might know. What? A big straight line? It is 193 kilometers of narrow waterway.
Oh,
and I hope you've got some stamina, because it takes 12 hours to traverse. That's a full-day trip. Some parts are only 24 meters deep.
Ooh.
Oh, that's very shallow. Yes, and only 200 meters wide in some parts.
Bruh.
That's very narrow. I've seen McDonald's drive-thrus with more clearance. And you certainly wouldn't want to have an accident, would you?
Genuinely, I have to sit here and wonder, why haven't they, like, taken the time? Because I'm sure there's, like, a whole logistical nightmare in even trying to consider doing this. Why wouldn't they try and widen or deepen the canal to prevent something exactly like this from happening? Because I know, like, the canal was built back when boats were, like, not all that big, but now you've got boats like this, like the Ever Given, that are bigger than friggin' aircraft carriers. Like, dude. There's a disaster just waiting to happen.
Because 12% of the entire world's sea freight passes through here.
Yeah, all the more reason to widen or deepen the canal, or both.
Would be humongous. No pressure, though. Oh,
huge-mongous.
I see. Oh, don't mind him. He gives that speech to everybody. Ahead, 14 kilometers per hour.
Ahead, 14 kilometers per hour.
Kilometers? Steady on. So into the canal, the Ever Given went. As they cruise, the winds swirl back onto the sea. No longer buffered by miles of open water, the sand and dust can blow about with abandon.
Oof.
Low visibility.
Imagine getting that in your eyes.
Strong winds jostle the ship. Grit pelts the bow. The Ever Given steams ahead at about the pace of a fast jog. And there's no real build-up here, to be honest. Things go awry almost immediately.
Almost immediately?
How are you coping with the wind? It's manageable.
Jesus.
All right, well, the wind is definitely pushing us to the left-hand side. Yes, just try to keep it as centered as you can. Adjusting.
These winds are quite something. Do you think we should have insisted they postpone?
The pilots don't seem worried, and they know this water better than anyone.
Do they?
The angle of the wind is
because they seem like they're not doing the greatest right now.
Catching the enormous surface area of the ship and constantly nudging it off course.
That's not good.
Helmsman, you're still too far to the left. You got to get back to the center.
Yeah, I'm trying. Adjusting. The helmsman keeps changing the trajectory of the ship, but he cannot seem to stay in the center.
Come on, helmsman, we're still not centered.
I know, it's the wind. No matter what they do, they can't seem to get away from the left bank.
That
the
wind is just going to stop immediately, isn't it?
This is not as manageable as I thought it would be. Is it going to be like this the whole way? Don't worry, this is really common. It won't be the whole trip. No. The problem is we're going too slow. Red Pilot takes the initiative. If we speed up, we can push through the wind. Accelerate to 22 kilometers an hour. Somewhat reluctantly, the helmsman obliges.
Yeah, I mean, he's just following the pilot's orders.
Engines engage, and the ship speeds up. Captain, going this fast in heavy winds is needlessly reckless. There are protocols for this sort of thing.
All right, Gene, it's a bit windy. Relax. This must happen all the time. The Red Pilot was right. The increased speed helps them to fight through the wind and get away from the left-hand bank. However, they can't seem to keep the ship in the very center. Helmsman, you're aimed too severely to the right-hand bank now. We need a bit of leadership here. Don't worry, I know what to do. Turn left. Adjusting. The pilot's giving steering instructions now. Captain, is he supposed to do that? Captain, the pilot is not here to give steering orders. You should say something.
Yeah, at this point, the pilot just seems like he's taking control of the vessel away from the helmsman and the captain, and obviously doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Like, surely it's not just like the fact that the pilots try to take charge over those jobs, right? That's not what screws this whole thing up, right?
The ship is now consistently snaking left and right and left and right. Turn to the right! So they turn to the right,
But then they end up too
Jesus.
far to the right.
You're too close to the right bank now. Turn to the left. Yes, I agree. Turn to the left.
At this point, somebody else
This
is
is all
taking
a bit
control of the
tense.
helm.
And we both know where this is going. It's gonna crash.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy it. Oh, wow. There it is.
Oh,
A
no.
gently sloping sandy bank. Red Pilot, we're just consultants. This isn't our job to steer the ship. You're micromanaging. We should only be giving general navigation advice. We're getting too close to the left bank. I can't keep it centered. We have to slow this ship down. If we slow down, the wind will push us into the bank.
What do I do?
Reduce the speed. The two pilots begin bickering. And not just bickering
Jesus.
normally. They're bickering in Arabic.
Oh no.
Arabickering. And Canterville's crew doesn't speak Arabic. What the hell are they saying? I don't know. Neither do I. Does anyone here speak Arabic?
God damn, dude. So, the crew is having
The
difficulties
Evergiven has reached its
navigating
target
it,
speed of 22
and the two people that are
kilometers an
supposed to
hour,
be helping
but they're
them
taking
navigate it
wider and wider turns and can't
are
seem
just
to get anywhere
bickering
near
with
the
each
center
other
of the lane.
and not helping.
And the two pilots, they're still fighting. Captain? Captain! Pilots! Captain! The Evergiven then reaches an extreme, unrecoverable angle.
Oh
pointing
no.
acutely to the right.
Oh
Straight for the
no! Oh no! God
We
damn!
need to turn left. Now. Hard left.
Oh, that's not
Hard to
good.
the left. Hard to the left.
That's
the
not
rudder
good.
turns. But the ship doesn't turn with it.
Oh, the boat's just
Instead,
drifting now.
It slides.
That shit's
Didn't
just
I
drifting.
tell you to turn left? Why aren't we turning? I am turning to the left, Captain. The ship's not responding. I knew this would happen. It's your fault. The helmsman loses his ability to steer.
God
The
damn.
ship has gone out of control.
Oh god.
Captain. Canterville
Oh,
finally
this
steps
whole
forward.
situation is
Enough.
fucked,
Helmsman,
man.
center the rudder. Reduce speed. Rudder center. Reduce. But it's too late.
Oh.
Canterville did not intervene in time. Shit.
According to a person familiar with the VDR audio, Captain Canterville reacted as everyone might at the same situation. Shit, he screamed. 6 days in Suez, the inside story of the ship that broke global trade. Oh, okay, cool. A little credit there. And bonk. Oh. I still haven't watched
The
Dune
crew
either.
can feel the vibration through the floor.
Seeing the
as
big-ass
bow
dune
meets
worms.
the back.
Oof.
That bow, raised 6 meters, slides into the bank with ease.
Oof.
Like a hot pencil through pudding.
Ooh, that is uncomfortable
Meanwhile,
to look at.
the rear of the ship is pulled into the opposite bank. The bridge shakes and the crew lurches forward as 300,000 tons of momentum is reduced to 0 in the span of a couple of seconds.
Man, this whole situation is
We've
just
run aground.
fucked.
We've run aground. Cut your engines. Canterville yells out on the radio, because don't forget, these ships are running as a convoy, which means that the ships behind them have just seen what's happened, and they all have to slam on the brakes. A couple of ships
That
back,
is
the Asia
fucked.
Ruby 3 suffers an engine malfunction, and it cannot stop as quickly as it intends to, and nearly plows into the back of the Maersk Denver. They manage to stop themselves just in time and prevent running aground as well.
Shit.
Pan
That-
back to the Ever Given.
That was sphincter
Let
clenching
us
right
look
there.
at it from above. It is diagonally wedged across the entire canal. An unplanned bridge connecting two
This is a
continents.
real satellite photograph of the ship shortly after the crash. Jesus, man.
A ship collision of such magnitude, there's almost nothing to compare it to. Maybe Hindenburg? 9/11? I'll keep Googling. No, hold off on the dramatic sound effects. There's no need to panic just yet.
It's like a
a
car
lot of Uber
tire
Eats
stuck in the
bags.
mud. We simply reverse. Full astern. Well, that means full backwards.
Yeah, they're not
Propellers
getting
at
out
the
of
back of
there.
the ship whiz to little effect. Locked in place by the sand.
Yeah, they're not getting out of there.
We didn't move.
Merely a run-up. Crash astern.
That's the most dramatic version of full astern, ramping up to full thrust as quickly as possible. Nothing.
No, stop it. No sound effect just yet. We still
No
have
sound
one more
effect
option.
just yet. Okay.
Start up the bow thrusters.
Oh,
They're the jets at the front of the ship that give a little bit of extra oomph. Crash astern, full thrusters.
let's see. They're not going to recover this, are they?
No effect, sir. Now, we don't have the transcript from here, so we'll just presume that at the time...
Let's play all
Canterville said
the whole
something very
soundboard.
quirky
The whole
and
fucking
millennial,
soundboard.
Like,
So that just happened. But what we do know is that he and the pilot
Oh,
then
that
jumped on
hurts.
the radio
Oh,
and
that
got in
hurts.
contact with the port authority.
we've got something to tell you, and
They
you gotta
beefed
promise
it.
not to get mad.
They beefed
Shut
it.
up. Look, listen, we're gonna need a tugboat.
We are
They
run
beefed.
aground.
The helmsman takes a turn at being millennial.
Certainly beefed.
There are other ships right behind me, aren't there? Uh-huh. And there were.
I hate
as
it.
the queue of container ships piling up behind them got longer and longer.
Oh, god damn.
Make that 2 tugboats.
Oh god, it's so,
So what
unfunny. It's
happened
funny.
here?
It just circles right back around.
And who is in big trouble? Explainer time.
Please, who's
There are
the one
three
who
main
gets
causes to
big?
why the ship
big
crashed.
no here.
Let's start with the wind.
Yeah.
The captain could have very easily said, guys, the wind is far too severe. Let's postpone. But he didn't. However, the blame's not all on Canterville. The 2 pilots could have also said, let's just follow protocol. By radioing in to HQ and saying, yes, get us 2 tugboats, please. With one on each side at the front, they would have had far more stability and control. And they wouldn't need to erratically fight about with the wind to stay in the middle of the lane.
Yeah.
Second cause, the speed of the ship. Now, it was the red pilot who told the helmsman, accelerate the ship to 22 kilometers per hour. But when he did that, they were already driving at the speed limit for their weight class, 14 kilometers per hour. And telling the helmsman to go beyond that meant that they are technically breaking the rules.
Okay, yeah, so I know it's to beat the wind and all that, but like why would one of the pilots of this place like tell the guy like, oh yeah, let's just go almost 10 kilometers per hour over the speed limit for the canal. Let's just break the rules for the canal. I don't know why you would even do that.
And while I agree that some rules are made to be broken, going this fast in a very large ship in a comparatively small canal causes a whole bunch of problems to do with fluid dynamics. Big problems. Huge.
Big.
5 fun physics phenomena.
No, I don't know the physics, and if I...
Google the bank effect. Zones with high and low pressure caused by this quick displacement of water causes the ship to be pulled towards the bank at the rear of the ship and held from them at the front. The closer the ship is to the bank, the stronger this effect. This results in a consistent diagonal force that ultimately makes your ship correct at every turn. Think of it like the reverse. When you go too slowly on a bike and it gets all wobbly. It's nothing like that, but it's a fun image. Well, it's a halfway decent analogy.
I wouldn't tell you. But what I will say is this. Speeding up causes something approximating oversteer. The ship becomes all slidey. I'm just going to turn a little bit to the left, but instead you go a lot to the left. I'll just turn right a little bit. But instead, you turn to the right a lot. Remember how the cheerful navigator was like, come on, guys, we have to get back to the center of the lane. Well, they can't, because every time they try to direct back to the center, the speed and the oversteer
The wibbity
means
wobbity
they
is
overshoot
just
it.
way too
One more
much.
effect of going very fast.
Oh?
I will sneeze. Wait
Oh,
for
no.
it.
Take a look at this animation side on. Water pressure effects cause the ship to tilt. At this speed, the front is raised 6 meters higher than usual, which means when they collide with the bank, combined with the high velocity, they really wedge themselves in.
Ooh,
But we
it's
can't
deep
just
in
blame
there.
everything on the physicists, because there's a third main cause.
Blame the physics.
Poor communication.
Oh, yeah. Communication definitely played an effect and played a significant amount into this whole situation. Like, the captain not doing anything, the helmsman relying too much on the pilots, and the pilots bitching and bickering back and forth with one another, giving contradictory advice. Absolutely, absolutely a problem with all that.
English is the official language of pretty much every port. However, the pilots start arguing with each other in Arabic, which is not just unprofessional, but excludes all of the rest of the crew from what's being discussed. And all of these competing voices make for chaos on the bridge.
Yeah, that
but
makes
the blame
sense.
is not all on the co-pilots either.
English is basically like the universal language for pretty much all forms of international communication, and especially whenever it comes to travel. Like, whether it is boats, like shipping, cruise liners, air traffic. Pretty much English is meant to be like the universal language, and it's why if you're ever a ship captain or a pilot or work in ATC, you're required to at the very least know English as a second language, because it's the universal language for all of that kind of stuff. So, if you just start speaking a whole different language outside of the universal language, especially if you're on an international boat like that, you just sort of throw a whole monkey wrench into the situation, because suddenly not everybody in the either in at the helm, in the cockpit, at the bridge, they no longer know what you're talking about.
The captain is always in charge. He has the ultimate authority. Decisions start and end with him. So the captain should have intervened and said something like, "Shut up, everybody." But he doesn't. He stands there quite passively throughout. By the time he does step in, it's too late.
Rip. Captain should have did something.
Now that everything's been laid out, who would you say is at fault for the crash of the Ever Given? The helmsman? Blue pilot? The red pilot? Canterville?
I'd say all of them have a degree of blame to it.
Society, that's who. You and me. And I think you should apologize.
Is this like consumerism? Act 2. Stuck. Day 1.
Alrighty.
If I remember,
so
this
had
is stuck
something
for a
3.5
while.
times the size of the Titanic, choking the world's
Jesus.
largest freighting canal like a greedy seagull.
Titanic was
floating
really
at
that
least.
small, huh?
Good start. And they didn't get very far through the canal itself. About 5% of the progress bar.
God,
But if we
not
scroll
even.
up for a
Jesus,
second, we
it
can
got
see
stuck
what
so
landmarks they
soon.
missed out on. The Great Bitter Lake, named so because the water.
Bitter and salty is being used interchangeably here, obviously. Before the canal was created, it was a dry salt basin.
Water there is very salty instead
The more
of
you
fresh.
know.
Then up a 2-lane bit and over to Timsah Lake. Named so because Timsah is the Arabic word for crocodile, because there used to be crocodiles.
There are no crocodiles in the lake nowadays. During prehistoric times, it may have been the natural endpoint of the Red Sea.
There. Otherwise, it's pretty much zip right through to the Mediterranean. That would have been very nice.
Some people consider... Oh,
Now we go back a bit to Timsah
I didn't pause
Lake.
it.
And here you'll find the city of Ismailia. And at its port, see this building? This is the Suez Canal Authority. Inside, Captain El Said, head of navigational control, is just settling in for the day. As he
Oh, he's
sits
in for
down
a
to his
hell of a
desk,
day, huh?
Captain, you're gonna want to see this.
That's
The
not
video
good.
feed pulls up.
What? Line 1. We're stuck. We'd like to request a tugboat. Stuck? Stuck where? You know that single lane area pretty close to the entrance? There. Now, had this happened in one of the 2-lane sections, they could have kept the traffic flowing. But alas. What? So you're blocking all the traffic? Mr. El Sayed, we already promised we wouldn't get mad. Fine.
I gotta see how bad it is in person. El Sayed snatches his keys off his desk, and he races down to his car, rushing to the scene.
He gets out and casts his eyes upon the ship.
My God. Towering over him is a structure the width and breadth of the world.
It's about an 80-minute drive. Jesus, an 80-minute drive away. He then jumps on a small boat to get it over to it. GPS coordinates for the exact spot it got stuck. Jeez. Extremely precise.
World's largest Walmart. Except it is also 15 stories tall.
The bow, raised 6 meters higher than normal, is jammed into one side. Like an unwitting finger in a Chinese finger trap that somebody filled with Gorilla Glue in its prom tomorrow. And the ass of the ship,
that's incredibly
squatting
specific.
aground on the other side. And the middle of the ship, making bended metal groans as it's barely suspended by only a few meters of water.
Yeesh.
El Sayed lets the sand run through his fingers.
Thank goodness it's
At this point,
hopefully
another
sturdy.
important person arrives on the scene. Admiral Rabi. He is the Suez Canal Authority
Chairman and Managing Director.
The big boss of the whole canal.
The big
Here's
man.
the rough structure of the organization. He's all the way up here, right?
Oh, no.
So high up that he reports directly to the Pharaoh of Egypt himself.
Jeez.
Yep, that's one blocked canal.
No, Mr. President. He didn't say blocked. Shut up. He said that canal rocked. He's giving it a 5-star review.
Come on, follow me to the bridge.
Oh no.
Al Sayed and Rabi board the ship. And it's
Are
a
they
hell
trying
of
to bullshit?
The crew is racing around.
Oh god, they're gonna check the nav data. They're gonna see the dick pic. Oh god. Canterville's standing back taking a panicked phone call with the operating company. Okay, so 2 pilots walk into a ship, and the first one says,
and the 2 pilots from before are still bickering.
After giving their account of the accident to El Sayed, the two SCA pilots who've been on the Ever Given bridge prepared to disembark. As they did so, they continued to bicker according to lawsuit evidence. So they're still just going at it, trying to point blame at each other. Jesus, dude. These pilots, I hope these pilots lost their jobs. Like, I definitely hope so, because they cannot maintain professionalism.
All right, you 2 are dismissed. Canterville.
oh god, this is the end of my career. This is gonna cost $1 billion.
Al Sayed puts his hand on
It's going to cost
Canterville's
a lot
shoulder.
more than $1 billion.
Do not worry, my friend. We shall solve this.
Come on, Captain. What's the status?
Will they?
Well, the ship isn't floating. Yeah. No, what I mean is the situation is worse than you think. It's the way we're pitched up on the shore. The weight distribution is all wrong. We're like a raised bridge, but we don't have any of the support underneath. The middle of the ship could bend under its own weight and tear.
Ew.
So it could sink?
I do not like that visual.
That would shut down the whole canal for months.
Are we taking on water? No, I've had the engineers check the hull. We can't see water making ingress anywhere.
Oh, that's
Yet.
good.
The best way to get free and the best way to prevent the ship from potentially sinking is to lighten the load. We need to get rid of at least, I don't know, like 20,000 tons. How quickly do you think your crew can offload containers? No. Look how high those boxes are stacked. To offload these containers is going to require specialist equipment. The kind you'd only find at a dedicated port. We're not going to be able to offload these containers out here in the middle of nowhere. All right, well, it's the easiest, most brute force
sounds
solution
really
you can think
unfeasible.
of. The ballast tanks. Yeah? Go on. We've got nearly 10,000 tons of ballast water on board. We can dump that right now and relieve some pressure.
Excellent idea. I'll get started.
No, you can't do that. Well, why not? Allow me to explain.
You see, when a ship fills its ballast tanks, it's filling with more than just water.
It's a big, dilute, salty soup of algae, plant material, and even sometimes small fish.
Okay, yeah, I can see where they're coming from with that now, because you don't want to introduce a bunch of foreign fish to an environment because that could really fuck up the ecosystem. So, yeah, I kind of see what they get now about not wanting to empty the ballast tanks.
Pick that up in Malaysia, and then just dump that at the next port.
You're introducing these stowaway pest species.
Yeah. Organisms can naturally migrate over long periods, but hitching a ride via ballast water helps invasive species overcome natural barriers like currents, temperature changes, salt, like salinity, etc.
Into the environment.
Some examples of these invasive species include the Northern Pacific sea star, the European green crab, that son of a bitch, and cholera.
Oh yeah, that's a bad one.
So you have to treat the water before you discharge it, usually through heat or chemicals. And the key there is that it also requires time and access to one of these treatment machines. And we're not at a port. It's going to take much longer than usual. But let me get onto the line with the guys at Ismailia. We probably have a portable water treatment machine somewhere.
Al-Said turns and looks out the window. Coming down the canal are two tugboats, the ones that they ordered earlier. Look, we might not even be that deeply wedged in.
Hopefully.
These two tugboats might be all we need.
Though the fact that it says day one and this video is only a third of its way over.
This is the Mosaid 2 and the Mosaid 3.
I got a feeling it's something a lot more than that.
These two little guys are able to pull around.
By coincidence, this also happens to be the ship that was directly in front of the Ever Given in the convoy at the time.
This massive cargo ship, comparable in size to the Ever Given. On go the ties. Line secure, all fast. Engine ready. Ready to pull. Canterville looks nervously at Al-Said. Commence pull. Slow ahead.
The polyethylene ropes whine as they're pulled taut from the water. The tugboats lightly draw against the ship, testing for resistance.
All right, a little more. More.
Gotta rev those engines, baby.
More. Full power. Nothing. Not an inch of difference.
Jesus.
All right, stop engines.
They're in
Be
there.
on standby.
This isn't going to work. With just two tugboats, we do not have the pull for a ship this massive, this deeply grounded.
They're fucked.
It's also low tide. That's not helping. Wind's high tide. Early afternoon, in a couple of hours. All right, that buys us some time. How soon do you think you can get a dredger out here? Let me find out for you. Please hold. The dredgers can remove the sand below the waterline that's all built up around the ship. Hi again.
Yeah, that's helpful.
They say it'll take a day, maybe two. All right, tell them to hurry. A day or two?
Jeez.
I'd better update my boss. Let him know it's not going to be a quick fix.
I should call my wife as well. All right, don't go too far. I need you for something in a minute. Hey, what about excavators? Oh, yeah. How many we got? Right now? No, for my birthday. Yeah, now. One.
Oh.
One.
They got one.
One guy. There's only one excavator on standby for the whole canal. Well, it's just post-COVID. Everyone's been excavating from home. Patch me through. There really was just one guy, by the way. It's
Jesus.
local contractor
You'd think
Abdullah.
they'd have more.
So he picks up the phone.
Like, for that whole canal?
Mushy, mushy.
There's been a big accident at the canal, Abdullah. There's sand and dirt everywhere. I need your help. Just send me the deets, Chum. Abdullah jumps in his truck and heads to the scene. And when he pulls up, Gott in Himmel, he sees the massive Ever Given
Good
wedged
Lord.
into the canal.
Abdullah locks himself into his excavator and gets to work on the most important task he's ever done.
Is it gonna go wrong immediately? Well, that's some progress. Making some
Back
progress.
on the bridge. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully home soon. Okay. Yep, no, love you too. Okay, bye.
Whew, the boss was not happy.
Hey, before you said you needed me for something. I did. Who's this?
Breathe into this tube.
Also, you have to do a drug test. After the crash, they tested Canterville for drugs and alcohol. Both came up negative.
Oh, that's good.
There's also a procedure to make sure that captains aren't fatigued. They look at the rest schedule and they find, no, Canterville took that nap. Remember? He's had plenty of rest time. So he passed the fatigue assessment. And while Canterville was at the nurse's office, high tide came and went.
Oh.
Tugs were tried again. And again.
At least they tried the tugs during high tide.
Didn't work. All day trying, all evening.
Everything just does not work. It's just going worse and worse. Jesus.
Was going nowhere.
Oh. Day 2, still stuck. Up to the Sphinx now. Oh.
Of course. The moon.
The moon. Hey, I mean, waiting till another moon cycle where you can get higher
ships
tide.
by this point, and they're all honking their horns impatiently. Hey, move your ass! I got Frozens in the back. Go around! Go around! No one knows quite what's happening because the Suez Canal Authority has not made a formal statement. But their hand is about to be forced when an impatient sailor behind the Ever Given takes a photograph and publishes it online. And this starts a bit of a buzz on social media.
Oh boy, the beginning of the beginning of the buzz.
Moment that the helmsman's most feared fear was most realized. Someone pulled up the navigational data.
Colonel?
Within 24 hours, it was all over the news.
A
So over
Pinor.
at the Suez offices.
The Suez Pinor.
Mr. Rebbe, you have 300 voicemails. Telemarketers? Important clients and journalists.
Oh no.
They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, aren't they? They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, yes.
They're asking about the canal. Look so.
And the
so
Suez Canal
tired.
Authority could keep it a secret no longer. They held a press conference.
Jesus, all those fucking microphones.
Okay. This is crazy. Let's say, hypothetically, they didn't give many details, but it was a very inspirational press conference. The news begins reporting on the story.
It's blocked. Cargo ship blocking
Blocked.
the Suez Canal is a huge container ship.
There's just the most incredible drama playing out in the Suez Canal.
A massive container ship longer than the Eiffel Tower.
It's one of the world's most important shipping
All
lanes.
the news getting on
In
it.
breaking news from the Nana Star News Channel.
Very cool lady, please be nice.
Mega ship's big ass is stuck in the Suez Canal.
Right. Point is,
Mega
this story
ships,
exploded
big
everywhere.
ass stuck.
There was a lot of sympathy to go around.
I appeal to have blocked global trade.
And the internet, upon seeing it, went, these guys need some help. We would love to volunteer.
That's not a picture of a naked woman.
Oh no.
I need to help them.
They knew best about what to do to get this ship unstuck.
Reddit expert
All right,
gifts.
it's time for the, I reckon you could pretty much just do this and it'd work section.
Oh, my
By far
favorite.
the most popular
My
solution.
favorite things.
Simply blow it up. No ship, no problem.
Just blow up the fucking ship.
But why wouldn't this work?
Send that boat to hell.
Well, first you're blowing up $1 billion worth of cargo. And this thing is about 3 times the size of Mount Rushmore.
Jesus.
There's quite a lot of debris to sweep up,
It's
actually.
hard. It's like
And you
it's
still
hard
haven't
to
solved the
get
problem of
like
moving
grasp
the thing out of
the fucking
canal.
scale.
Next idea. What if we attach
God,
1,000
Reddit is just
helicopters
genius.
and simply fly the thing out? You could even take it all the way to its destination in the desert. Well, this thing weighs about 300,000 tons. So even if you had a really powerful helicopter, you're going to need like 25,000 of them. And you can't put them all together in one area. or they'll all
25,000
crash.
helicopters.
It ain't going to work.
Just blowing up in the sky.
Hey, maybe pull up a bit.
Next. All right, more seriously, why don't we take a whole bunch of old jet engines, weld them to the sides of the
Just
ship,
rig
turn them
jet
all on at once,
engines.
and the day is saved. However, there is a risk of an explosion.
Yeah, obviously.
And
with
then
a
you'd
jet
have a
engine.
hole in the ship.
This would kind of work. You need a lot of jet engines, and to weld them to all parts of the ship, that were structurally stable enough to withstand the force. But by the time you can get all that, you could have 50 tugboats ready to go, effectively doing the same job, but with more control. Like, the jet engine idea, like, yeah, like that, like, thinking about that, it's like, just taking the tool gun and just taking your Gmod tool gun and just putting a bunch of fucking thrusters on it. I remember when I would do that kind of shit in, like, Gmod and just, like, making random shit, like, taking, like, the Eggmobile Sonic Generations model, or the Sonic, which one was it? Sonic, Lost World, that's it. And, like, taking, like, rigging thrusters and stuff to it, using controls and all that to make an actually flyable one. And that was fun to just dick around with. But, like, imagining just taking a tool gun and just shooting a bunch of thrusters all over this thing just to try to move it.
And then the ship sinks, and then you're really never moving it.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Liquid nitrogen. A lot of liquid nitrogen right under the boat. The water freezes, expands, the ship lifts up. Bob's your uncle, you love it. Except now, the ship is just stuck in ice. And then it melts, and then you're back to the exact same position. Also, you need like $1 billion worth of nitrogen. There's no way to get that much material, let alone handle the scale of that material.
Damn.
Also, everyone's going to freeze to death on board, and the ballast will expand in the tanks, and that'll destroy the ship. It's not going to work. All right. Last
Your
idea.
3D glasses on,
Best
people.
idea. What if we just actively made things worse?
That is...
Such as this petition to
add
a
another
second boat
ship
to the canal.
Oh,
Jokes
God.
aside, one humble comment did stand out from the crowd.
Godzilla and
people on
Kong.
this side, a few people on that side, push it, and I really think it would go.
Well, maybe.
Get a
Because
few
that's
people.
exactly what the recovery team intended to do.
Oh.
Ahoy. Ah, good to see you back from the nurse. I told them I didn't do any drugs, but they wouldn't take my word for it.
Just gotta push that sucker.
I would have believed you. Hey, just give me the walkie-talkie. All right, full ahead with the excavators. 3 more excavators join Abdullah.
Oh, it's
and
about
they are
time.
busily digging out the front and rear of the ship. It's still going too slow. What else we got? More rescue stuff. So here comes Rabbi pulling up to the scene. Good news, fellas. And he's standing atop a very powerful bit of...
The dredger is named the 10th of Ramadan. A second, larger dredger called Mashar will join the effort soon too.
Kit. A big, beautiful dredger. To be specific, a cutter suction dredge. Essentially, you've got a big rotating cutting tool that loosens up all the soil, while a big suction pipe sends it yonder.
So it's just like a
All right,
big-ass
get it
hose
ready.
auger.
Full speed. What
Okay.
else we got? We got more tugboats incoming. More and more tugboats join the fray. A total of 8, arranged around the ship like this. Notably,
Will 8
the
be enough?
Baraka 1 and the Izzat Adel. These are 2 of the most powerful tugboats in the Middle East, and that includes the non-deserty parts. Full ahead with those. They keep trying. A cacophony of engines playing the highest
full of
stakes game
twat.
of tug-of-war ever attempted. Tens of millions of dollars being
Yeah, they're
lost
basically doing the
every
push
hour
idea,
until it
but,
was
you
won.
know, with boats instead of people.
And their opponent? Unbothered, moisturized, taking up the whole lane. Unbudgeable. All right, we're calling it for
Unbothered.
now.
Moist.
Oh, El Said, we've thrown everything we can at the ship, and it won't concede an inch. It's hopeless, hopeless. The cynicism of youth. I've worked for many years on the Suez. There's magic in the water, Canterville. Magic. We will succeed. Your words are empty, El Said. Optimism has blinded you, El Said. We cannot defeat the canal.
Blind
It is
optimism.
simply too powerful.
A powerful
If
canal.
I were the guys at Case and Kaisha, I'd just forget about the Ever Given and buy a new ship. Well, we can't afford a new ship. The owners of the Ever Given, Shoei Kais and Kaisha Limited, are getting very...
Evergreen is the operating company. Shoei Kaishin Kaisha owns the ship, but was actually the insurers of the ship who insisted the owners take the following action.
Worried. I need that ship back, and I can't just leave it to the Suez Canal Authority to do it.
There's only one team daring and foolhardy enough to take on a job like this.
Oh no.
Kaisen calls up an elite salvaging company from the Netherlands.
Smit Salvage.
They're just gonna get a salvage company?
I got your number from you know who.
The Yellow
Smit
Pages.
is the industry's best. They have response centers all over the globe, 24/7, ready to respond to marine emergencies. And funnily enough, they're the same team that helped with the rescue of the Costa Concordia back in 2012. Suit up, boys.
The more you know.
They put
the good
the
thing I watched that
ocean
first.
in Ocean's 11. The tide in Tide Pod. And sometimes they pee in the water. Why not?
Oh, no.
The fish do it.
We're en route to the canal. ETA in the...
Smith Salvage probably doesn't operate in a shadowy underwater facility where they bide their time waiting for the next big chick caper. They also promise that after this one last job, they're out.
The next 24 hours.
You son of a bitch, I'm in. Kablooey. The way it's just cut off abruptly.
Boat in canal.
Oh.
The prophecy. It's coming true. Kiss me, you fool. I'm beginning to think you don't want to get the boat free.
He doesn't want the boat free.
Is it the Yanny wire or the Laurel wire?
Yanny, Laurel.
I couldn't hear you. You're breaking up. There's
I heard
only
Laurel
one way
personally.
this was ever gonna go.
To be continued right now.
It's now day 3. There's more digging, more tugging, but the ship is still exactly where they left it. And the slow pace of progress is starting to cause problems for international trade. Each delayed ship represents thousands of tons of undelivered stock for store shelves. And that queue is getting longer.
I think the dress
and
joke
longer.
was implied because
board,
it
an
had like
$9.6
the different colored
billion
wires
worth of
too.
goods is
But
sitting idle.
Yanny and Laurel.
Milk! It will spoil! And the big
Not the
question
milk.
is, how long until this
I
thing
need
is
that
fixed?
milk.
To answer this burning question, the Suez Canal Authority holds another press conference and declares, guys, another day, maybe 2, might even be this afternoon. But the media and industry experts
I don't think so.
disagree.
The truth of the matter is that they're not making much ground. I mean, is this proving to be more difficult than originally expected?
Could be closed for weeks.
Could take weeks.
Could be stuck for weeks.
Weeks. That's how long it could take
That's
to
not
free
good.
the container ship currently blocking the Suez Canal.
So that means all of these ship operators here, waiting in the queue, have a very difficult choice to make. So basically, I've just got 2 options. One, I can wait around hoping the ship gets unstuck, which nobody knows how long that's going to be.
Or they
Or
have
option
to.
2,
Yeah.
we go
That's what I
all
was
the
gonna say.
way around Africa.
Yeah, it's
And I
either
really don't want to do that, and it's not just
either
a geographic
wait
thing.
around and hope.
Freighters don't want to go around Africa because it will cost them
They
far more
just
in
got-
terms of fuel. It adds 10 extra days to the route. And most importantly, pirates.
Pirates,
Oh.
assassins, and gay pirate assassins.
Now,
Gay
there
pirate
are 2
assassins.
main pirate hangouts. The Somali pirates, everyone knows about them.
But the more prolific group is actually in the Gulf of Guinea.
Named so because it holds the Guinness World Record for most pirates. In fact, in 2020, 96% of all maritime kidnappings happened in the Gulf of Guinea. That doesn't sound very good to me, Mr. Kaisha.
And I just want you to know that
Chuck in
you've
the
made
milk.
an enemy. And when I... Is your boat running? Because you better fucking move it. You can't park there. All right, hear me
Can't
out.
park there.
I'm thinking a bunch of helicopters, right? And we...
There are a lot of people now who are angry with the owners of the Ever Given. There's only one thing I can do. Bing, 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 bong. Breaking news. Pause for a second.
Shoei Kaisen Kaisha is big sorry.
The owners of the Ever Given feel such enormous pressure that they go live on television to make a public apology.
Suez Canal Ever Given ship owners apologize and launch plan to refloat.
Apology.
We are determined to keep on working hard to resolve the situation as soon as possible. Please do not be mad. In a few years, we'll all have a big laugh about it. Yours sincerely, Mr. Kaisha.
I was having a big laugh about
It's
it when I
the
was
boss
watching it.
Of my boss's boss. I'm in so much trouble. Can't do anything about it. All we can do is keep trying to free the ship. So they keep going.
Imagine that situation.
And going.
Being that,
Into
imagine
the
being
night.
that captain. Day 4.
And on that night, Canterville and El Said had a heart-to-heart. The mood was very somber. Still feeling optimistic, El Said? Of course. Well, it's day 3. How much progress have you seen so far?
None
They're
at all.
gonna blow us up, aren't they? It's possible. They're gonna freeze
Blow up the
us, aren't
ship.
they? That
Get
seems less
Frozone in
likely.
on there.
They might just attach a whole bunch of jet engines and we're gonna get fucked up. That one got debunked. Sorry, I don't mean to take it out on you. It's just, all these guys, they rely on me. The navigator, the helmsman, Gene, and the other ones we never animated. But I'm thinking maybe I should
Those
just
poor
get on a
unanimated
lifeboat right
bastards.
now and never look back. I could go live on an island somewhere, far, far away from here. Run away? Look at this. Timu neck massager for Sally.
The
I bet
Sally
she's checking
Towels.
her mailbox every morning. Bulk $6 fingerless gloves for Mr. Poe Box. You want to disappoint him?
You don't want to
No.
disappoint Mr.
Little
Pobox.
Jimmy won't be getting his 20-pack of kitchen tongs this Christmas. And you think that doesn't kill me inside?
A 20-pack
But we've
of
exhausted
kitchen
every
tongs?
option. There's nothing on Earth that could free this ship. Well, that's where you're right.
Yeah?
Look up there, Lil Canthy. El Said points up into the night sky. Los Lunos. Yes, the moon. The sun
Yeah.
of the night. To the ancient Egyptians, it was a sign of hope. And in a few more nights' time, a prophecy will be fulfilled.
Oh?
The supermoon. I have to show you a kind of boring diagram. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
You see, the moon doesn't just orbit the Earth in a perfectly
neat.
equidistant
I love
circle.
astrology.
It is, in fact, an ellipse.
Oh.
That means there is a point when the moon is the furthest from the Earth, and we call that the apogee. And there's also a point where it's closest to the Earth. That's the perigee. You
Yeah.
know when you look into the night sky and the moon seems bigger or smaller than usual?
Yeah, I've seen
Different
that.
distances, isn't it? Point is, the moon gravities all over the water. And the closer it is, the more it's going to pull.
Yeah.
Now, there's another effect as well. If you believe the mainstream media, the Earth is going around the Sun like this. And once in a while, it will also align with the Sun being on the exact opposite side. Bam! At this point, when everything lines up like so, both the Sun and the Moon are at max strength pulling on the sea. And they call that the supermoon. And the tidal effects of both combine for an even greater pull. High tide can be even higher than usual, sometimes by up to 1.5 feet. Now, these sorts of moons only happen 3 or 4 times a year. But in 4 days, Big K, we're going to get one.
Well, that's lucky. It's real lucky.
Previously on Boat in Canal. Don't let go! Ha ha ha, my plans have all fallen into place.
Oh no, not the evil,
I thought I
wicked
knew
president
what
of
being a
Panama.
captain meant. What do you mean cut the black and blue wire? There's only white and gold. We've got one chance left. The moon. This
There's
is just
your
like
dress.
The Costa Concordia video
There's
we
the
did,
dress.
but way less funny. Over at the Ever Given, things are status quo. But online, there's a bit of a new
that's
development.
peak.
A screenshot of a news article appears. Cargo ship crashes into Suez Canal. Captain involved in incident. But there's a twist.
Oh?
Uh-oh. Is that a woman? A woman.
Egypt's first female sea captain,
Oh.
Marwa El-Sahar, was
Yeah,
being
I'm not
named
even
in
going
this
to try
headline
that.
as responsible for crashing the Ever Given. And the screenshot of this news headline spread all across social media. For Marwa to have screwed up this badly is impressive. Especially considering she's never worked on the Ever Given and is currently hundreds of miles away in Alexandria.
But someone online went, first female captain? Grody? Suez blockage? She must have did it.
Marwa found out about the accusations through a friend and quickly hopped online. I gotta clear my name. Guys, it isn't me! But the online bad guys must have hacked her account, because everything she wrote just came out in squiggles. So Marwa tried to hack back. This code, it's
Dark
nothing I've ever
Counter-Strike.
seen before.
The hacking scene is part of the true story that happened. It's the one true story that happened in the whole story.
They ran through the firewall. Use IP4. It's better.
Now, while we can all agree that a lady captain is very gross and icky, and while we all agree that she should be doing a lady job, like adding rosemary oil to the ballast water, or knitting hand warmers for the steering wheel.
It was not fair that she was being falsely accused. And the situation was escalating as the online bad guys started making fake accounts pretending to be her. What was Marwa,
Jesus, dude,
etc.
like,
to do
this is
against
like-
such a coordinated campaign?
Genuinely, how does somebody just get off just like saying two entirely unrelated points like that and being like, how can I make this about the women? How can I make this about women? Like, dog. Seriously, dude.
Well, luckily, a surprise hero to the story. The mainstream media showed up and did a thing.
Zip, zap, zoom.
Bringing her onto the telly and clearing everything up. Marwa even found some positive in the situation.
I was really upset at the beginning, but later on I found like the support from all people around me, and that made me feel like more grateful for what happened.
A lot of the social media posts got taken down. And in the end,
Nuke 'em all.
It all turned out okay.
That's good.
At least for her.
But
Back
the
to
Suez
the
is
Ever
still the Suez is still blocked by the Ever
The
Given.
Ever Given has been grounded for 4 long Egyptian days.
96
So tug.
hours.
Dig, dig, dig. Pull, pull, pull. Fuel is getting low. Everyone is overdue for a break. All right, guys. Grab a Red Bull and a little snacky. We'll pick up again soon.
God, I could use a
But
little
as the
snacky
engines
right now.
wind down, the crew can hear something approaching.
Oh.
Who the hell is that? It's Smith Salvage.
Oh, they're here.
The Smith team boldly actions onto the scene, looking at the ship very inspectively. They
It's
report
stuck.
their findings to the rescue team. All right, I ain't no boat expert, but if you want a chance of moving this ship, you're going to need to make it a lot lighter, by tens of thousands of tons at least.
Yeah,
Is it
that's
going
what
to
they
bend
figured
and
the first
tear
time.
And sink? No, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. But it also doesn't look like it's going anywhere with all of this weight on the back. Okay, we trust you. What's your plan to make the ship lighter? I know a guy. He's got a crane. I'll get it down here. We'll offload all the containers. It'll be
Bloomberg
brilliant. You're
in
going to
the
love
source
it.
list.
The container thing again? Yeah, how long is that going to take? Well, to get them down here and to get all the equipment assembled, we're going to need at least a few weeks. Weeks?
Weeks?
Yes. And to get all the containers off the ship, that might take several months.
Months? No, Mr. President, he didn't say months. He said, monks. Those Shaolin guys, they're very strong. Everything's going according to plan.
Let's gotta get Krillin in there to lift that shit up, dude.
furious rabbi
Let's grab
marches in.
Krillin.
Do you have
He can
any
do it.
idea how much these last few days have cost Egypt already? We've had to sell parts of the Sphinx. Look, the nose is gone. It's looking
That
all
poor
messed up.
nose.
We turned the whole country into an e-commerce site. It used to just be called Gypt. Now it's online. Egypt.
Remember Tutankhamun? Now it's Tutankhamun. Get it? It's a pun. Get it? Let's move on.
Get it?
Says the Smith guy standing in for the audience. Look, this is by far the best option. Yeah, it's slow and laborious, but it's a guaranteed fix. Or you can carry on doing what you're doing now. You're on what, day 4? How's progress so far? Al-Said wouldn't hear it. We will continue with the dredging and the tugging.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
supermoon
you
will
might
be
as
here
well
soon,
continue.
and that will save us. You are foolish, Al-Said. The legend of the supermoon is just a legend.
I mean, they might as well continue if it's going to take
If you insist on
weeks
keeping
just to get the
cargo
crane
aboard and
here.
just tugging, we've got resources to help.
What did that say? Smith, it seemed to have insisted that offloading cargo was a better plan. The SCA disagreed and wanted to prioritize tugging during the supermoon. Smith starts taking moves to get the machinery to the scene for Plan B in case it didn't work, but they were on board with Plan A supermoon idea as well. Well, that's good.
If you insist on keeping the cargo aboard and just tugging, we've got resources to help. Smith calls in 2 additional tugboats. And not
That's
just
good.
big ones. Pretty much the biggest ones you can get.
You gotta get the big ones in there.
So Smith and the recovery team have figured out a sort of Plan A and Plan B. Plan A is to pull the Ever Given free by the supermoon.
Yeah.
Which is only 2 days away.
Also, the fact that he forgot to color this little section of his face in the whole video has been bugging me this entire time.
Now, if that doesn't work, they'll have to go to Plan B, which is to offload by crane most of these containers, and that will take months.
Yeah, that's going to take a while. Judging by the fact that it wasn't stuck that long, at least I don't think it was stuck that long.
Watching on impatiently,
I'm
tapping
pretty
their
sure they
feet
get
and
it out by
looking
the
at their
supermoon.
watches very aggressively, is now a queue of 400 vessels.
Because I mean, if it was
waiting to
stuck
use
there
the
for
canal.
months, then we'd
Fresh
have a
fruit,
total,
thousands
like,
of tons
we would have had an
losing its
economic
freshness.
collapse.
Medicine losing its potency.
Yeah, you're never
After
going to
this, there is no
unsee
turning
that, that uncolored
the blue
eyebrow.
pill.
There is no blue pill.
You take the red.
Not to mention livestock.
More than a dozen ships have live animals on board.
Mostly sheep and cattle, lightly sizzling under an Egyptian sun. The
Oh,
Egyptian
those
government
poor
has had
cows.
to dispatch vets to board
Those
these
poor
ships to tend to
boarders.
the animals' welfare. A few days ago, when I was a younger man, freight from Asia only cost $8,000 a container. Now it's $12,000.
God damn.
And the impact is being felt by a lot of larger companies. Renault, for example, ran out of some critical components and had to hold
Yeesh.
assembly at a couple of its plants. Adidas, Nike, IKEA all saw shortages.
Some of our clients are out of their top-selling SKUs already.
And as tankers queue,
Thank goodness
oil
that
prices
where
are
I
rising.
worked was
Let my
all
people
produced
go
in-house. So,
through the
you know,
little
I wouldn't
waterway
have
place.
that kind of
And meanwhile,
thing to worry
all across
about,
the
'cause
day,
I
the
would have been
tugs are trying
screwed.
again and again. Move a little more sand. Wait for the next high tide. Try again. And as this marches on with the same futility as day 1, banking
Gotta
on the
keep pushing and
supermoon
tugging.
looks like a costlier and costlier gamble. All right, enough of this. Said about 100 ships opting instead to go the long route around Africa, accepting the longer traffic time and piratey risk.
It's gotta go the long way. Supermoon cometh. Day 6. It's a crab.
The supermoon. It's tonight. There's a
Oh, that
renewed
crab
energy as
barely
people scuttle
missed.
around the area, doing everything they can to prep the ship for the big event. The excavator crew, over the course of the week, has expanded to a team of 11, working double, sometimes triple shifts with only 3 hours a day.
Sources say that Robbie slept on the dredger, or Mashar, while El Said slept on the Ever Given with
a day
crew.
for sleep. Together with the 2 dredgers,
They were just-
they have moved 30,000 cubic meters of sand and soil.
Jesus.
For comparison, this is 1 cubic meter, and this is 30,000 cubic meters.
That's
and
a
here is what
big-
it looks like next to the Ever Given.
That's a lot of sand.
Subway sandwich for scale.
Subway sandwich.
And it's
Stop
some
making me
results.
hungry.
Overnight, they managed to free the rudder from the left bank.
That's good.
And that's a big deal, because this rudder was acting as a bit of an anchor in the sand.
Yeah.
Now free, the stern bobs around with the motion of the water. Great stuff. Meanwhile, the crew is
Off to
doing
a great
everything
start.
they can to lighten the weight of the ship. That includes making a second plea for the ballast water to be ejected. Oh, please, the Smith guy's already tinkled in there. We just can't do it. It would destroy the ecosystem of Egypt. Please, 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 please.
We had a difficult time with this detail of the story. We aren't sure at which point the ballast water was treated, or if it was treated at all, but we imagine the situation was needs must. Was time. Time was so expensive during this period that it may have been better to release the water as fast as possible and clean up the environment later.
All right. Biodiversity. Let 1,000 algae bloom. Nice work. That'll make the ship 9,000 tons lighter, Kenthy. The water's so bright I can barely see it coming out of the ship. Here, take these. No. I don't deserve them. Sunglasses are for people who redeem themselves.
You gotta redeem yourself
That's
soon.
not me.
Gotta get those sunglasses, bro.
Hold on to them, just in case. Into the evening, the pace keeps up. We see Abdullah excavating away. But really, he's thinking about the moon. Rabbi,
the moon
he's
has
busy
to
taking
come.
video calls. But he finds himself distracted with thoughts of the moon.
Big
Even
Luna.
Mr. Kaisha.
You gotta get it done.
Is there anything in this world that doesn't remind me of her?
More breaking news from the Suez Canal problem. Evergiver is stuck in the Suez
Evergiver.
Canal still. It's been almost a week. A tugboat should be able to move Evergiver's big ass. This is Nana Star, Nana Star's news channel.
Never change, Netter Star.
The
Supermoon
shone
here is.
brightly that night, kissing the nape of the canal's neck with its gravity lips. Full tongue.
Fly me to
The canal liked it.
me among the
And spoiling the romance of the moment is a big fleet of tugboats, watching on voyeuristically. They are 17 in total, with just a bit over
Jesus.
1,600 tons of bollard.
All this ton of bollard pull, by the way, is a measure of a
And
tug's
here's how
power,
they're
not to be
arranged
confused
around
with
the
weight.
Evergiven. Of the four most powerful tugs,
You
2
gotta
go
tug
at
it.
the front and 2 go at the back. They'll be pulling. Another 6 tugs are put on the flanks. 2 over
Yeah.
here, 4 over here. They'll be pushing. The remaining tugs are fueled and ready on the sidelines, waiting for their chance to sub in. Positioned like this, when the word is given, all these ships are going to try and turn the Evergiven anti-clockwise.
Although it's far more likely that the back would come free first. For some reason, they split the tugging between the bow and the stern to move the whole ship in one go. We presume they did this to prevent the sort of lever effect where you would be wedging one side deeper as you're freeing the other. Yeah, that makes sense.
Looks great, guys! Do you think that this is gonna... I believe in the supermoon. This had better work. The guy with the ruler
hope it
down by
works.
the shoreline yells out, "The tide has hit its peak!" El Sayed commands over the radio.
Let's
Start
do
main
this.
engines. Tension on.
Let's do this.
Pull ahead. The tugs start
pull,
moving.
pull,
They
pull,
carve
pull.
through the water with ease. The immense power from the tugs meet the resistance of the Evergiven. It was at this point that the narrator said something really poetic. Stuff about the night. About how the ships were like dances on the water. For juxtaposition, we cut away to that crab again.
That crab.
Which everybody hated. It's like a metaphor if you think about it.
Eat the crab.
The tugs are sliding to the left. They're sliding to the right. It's not working! Diesel fumes fill the air as the tugs keep increasing their power. The water violently foams
now
behind the
diesel-y.
tugs. Everyone is staring at the back of that ship. Come on. Move. This goes on for minutes. More
They
minutes.
got this.
Even more minutes.
Oodles
An
and
hour,
boodles of
2,
minutes.
4 hours.
Oh.
By 4:30 a.m., the moon's power is starting to wane, and there is very little progress. Don't give up. The tide only goes down so that we can rise once again. Your
The
moon
captain
gambit has
is
cost
done.
Egypt dearly, El Said. Guards, prepare the sarcophagus with the beetles, like in the... What the hell is that? Under the water, all of this tugging has loosened the sand, the soil, the rock.
Oh. It's starting to turn.
Could it be? The sound of metal tensing and flexing. The ship
Starting to
is
turn.
beginning to move. It is coming free from the bank. The supermoon gives one last howl. It worked. They pulled the ship from the bank.
They finally
The
did
back,
it.
at least. Now the bow is still wedged in there pretty good.
Now
But
they
this
just
is
gotta
progress.
get the front out.
We're halfway to freedom. Keep going. So they did.
Almost there.
All morning.
Nom.
7:30 a.m.
Nom.
The sun is rising. The tugs have been pulling all night. But the most difficult
got
task,
this.
freeing the bow of the
Gotta
ship,
dig that out.
remains beyond them.
Get the shovels.
Well, I guess even the moon has its limits. I don't want to hear it, El Said. It wasn't enough. That bow is still stuck. No, Mr. President. They're not saying that the bow is still stuck. They're saying, take a bow. And then something else that rhymes with stuck. I gotta go.
Something else that rhymes
They
with
were
stuck.
loading up the missiles for Plan B, as the guys on social media suggested.
Prepared to
I lied
blow
about
it
the
up.
crane thing. This was always the plan. Says the
Prepared to
Smith
blow it
guys.
up.
You know what, Canterville? I agree. They should just blow us up.
Blow it up.
My career is over now, too. You're the guy who blocked the canal, and I'm the guy who couldn't get it cleared. We've brought instability to the Middle East. But enough, Canterville. I raised your hopes with moon-based promises. But
The
look at
moon
the tide.
has failed
it's
us.
low. Low tide. And yet, I am lower still.
Lower than the low
Canterville looks
tide.
pensively out the window. And
Sad.
it was at that moment that he had his character arc.
Oh?
He realized that he was the captain, and the captain is always in charge. Shut up, El Said. We shall continue, regardless of the tide. Is that not the Egyptian way?
You just gotta keep
Don't
at
you
it.
remember the story, El Said? That every young Egyptian kid is told about the human pyramid? No. Where there's
The
one
human
guy at the
pyramid.
bottom who gives up, and we all fall down. Heck, it ain't a triangle if you don't try. We need
You
to
gotta
be
try.
strong together.
Otherwise,
Like a
it's just a.
It's what
Otherwise, it's just
Giza
flat.
would have wanted. You're right, damn it. Thank you, Canterville. That's the most inspirational speech I've ever
gotta
heard
put the-
in my life.
gotta put the try
I'll
in
never
triangle,
lose my
y'all.
faith again. And even though you're kind of the worst captain I've ever seen, you're still the best friend.
Fish. You got
So
that
they
fishy.
pressed on all morning, enthusiastically and vigorously tugging away, beating off the fatigue.
Oh.
But to no progress. Okay, everyone, take a break. Copy. We'll have lunch and pick up again in a couple of hours. Then suddenly, one of the Smith guys comes busting into the room. I've got an idea. Everybody turns and looks at the Smith guy. All right, well, sorry about the boring diagram, but take a look at this. Remember how we emptied the ballast tanks before? Yeah, of course. Well, now that the ship is half floating, what if we refilled the ones at the back? On this part of the diagram, where the ship is almost floating. That way it will sink lower here and allow the bow to sit up even higher on the bank.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Gives El Sayed a knowing nod. I got this. I know a guy who owes me a favor.
It does make sense.
Please. A few hours later, the ballast tanks were filled. And it worked. The bow lifted, ever so slightly.
Just a little.
It's working, it's working.
As long as you get just a little bit out.
It's now 2 p.m., and that
enough
means
to continue to pull.
high tide.
High tide,
Guys,
baby.
I've got another technical issue. All right, what is it? It's easier if I show you with a drone.
Oh.
Hold on, let me try again.
Holy
All right, you
hell.
can see the ship is lodged at the front. The guys are pulling, but it ain't budging. However, a lot of force is building up here. And what if it were to break free? The sudden release could propel the ship straight across the water with a hell of a lot of momentum. It could span the entire canal and land on the opposite bank, only to run aground again.
Yeah,
Worse
that's not a good
still,
idea.
It could pin these small tugs in its wake.
Oof. Quit making me hungry.
Dangerous.
I don't
to solve
need
this
that.
problem, they did a bit of a safety briefing, and they got some rope.
Lots of rope.
4 ropes, actually. Tying the bow of the ship to somewhere on the land. The lines look great, guys.
Okay.
With the contingency in place, the tugs start up again. And
Start
about
tugging,
an hour
tuggers.
later, at 3:05 p.m., movement.
The bow began to shift.
Okay, that's definitely moving. This is it. It's working. The ship made a big noise as it accelerated from the bank. And at first, excitement and relief.
It popped.
The bow was coming free.
It's finally free.
Remember that concern about the overswing?
Yeah.
Well, it's happening.
Oh, no.
Okay, the only source we found for this part of the story was Bloomberg, but they said that it happened and we wanted to build it. So this recreation is how we imagine it went. The 4 support ropes take strain.
Oh.
Then, snap, one of them breaks. Do you think it's going to hold? I think it's going to hold. Move those
Please
tugs
hold.
out of the way.
Please hold.
Snap.
Oh, no.
Another rope breaks.
That's
Captain
not
El
good.
Sayed, it's going to hold. Get your tug out of the way, but it's going to hold.
Is it gonna hold?
Snap.
Oh, it's not gonna hold.
Rope breaks.
Get out of the way.
This wasn't meant
get
for
out of the
dramatic
way.
effect. It really were 4 ropes and
A
3
single
broke.
strand is the only thing holding this ship from swinging all the way to the other bank and being stuck forever.
Without even realizing, Canterville grabs El Sayed's hand and squeezes it tight. It's gonna hold.
It's gotta hold,
You're
man.
a madman, Canterville. Mad passionate about this canal, and I ain't afraid of nothing.
There's
He said very
sunglasses.
cool backer to Lee.
The engines shut off. All that could be heard is the squeak of tightening rope and the scream of torsioning metal.
Sacre bleu, said Abdullah.
But it is slowing down. It comes to a halt. The final rope held.
It held.
The
To be fair, even if the final rope snapped, it's not a given that the ship would have had the momentum to swing all the way to the other bank by that point.
really did it.
But thank God it held. They
And the
finally got it.
Evergiven rested easy in the middle of the canal.
Al Sayed turns to Canterville. Power up the engines. Let's get your ship moving again. I'm on it, says Canterville.
They finally
All
got
of
it
the tugboats
moving.
start honking their horns and celebrate.
Imagine being the fucking boats that made the decision to just circumnavigate Africa. Imagine being those captains. And hearing literally the day after you left on your 10-day journey that they finally got the boat unstuck, and you're just already, and now you're already having to commit to this circumnavigation. And you're just like, fuck.
Celebrate.
Oh, god
Cheers
damn.
can be heard from the main dredger, the Mashour. In fact, they filmed this celebratory video. You heard them right, Mr. President. We did it. We did it.
It only
It's
took them a
free.
week.
I told you. All in a day's work.
Egypt does not have nuclear weapons. Its relics relies mainly on Pharaoh's curses and very sharp props for self-defense.
The president takes his finger off the nuke button.
Okay.
Pack it up, boys.
Oh, god damn it. You are fucking me up, internet historian.
I can't believe it. All that digging really must have made a difference.
They really got it going.
Oh,
that poor...
good.
Oh, no.
Everybody hated that crab.
The crab.
We did it, Gene. We
Rip
did it.
crab.
Gene? Where are you?
Where's Gene?
Captain, who are you talking to? Gene! Captain, there's no Gene on board. Wait a minute. No, it's impossible. Gene, wait! Thank you. I'll always remember you. Can't
And so the canal
Gene
was clear
was the
once again.
ship.
And chop chop. You still got work to do. By 8 p.m., the workday had not finished for the Suez Canal Authority.
Still
There's
gotta
still
get
a
that boat
backlog of
through.
400 ships waiting to go through the canal. So Rabbi stands in front of microphones
Oh,
and
let's
says,
hope it doesn't happen again.
The canal will be operating around the clock until the queue is cleared. And within a few days, it returned to normal. It was a big accomplishment. Many industry experts thought it would take several months to free the Ever Given. But the crisis was resolved within a mere week.
Well, that's
Prepare the
good.
sarcophagus for the doubters. Even Egypt's president came out and said, "Good job, everybody. You know
Good
what?
job.
Pizza
Good job."
lunch." And the Suez Canal Authority held a ceremony in honor of the workers who helped to free the ship. And they also made this monument, which you can see on Google Maps.
The Ever Given free asterisk? Conditions of...
But the story doesn't end here.
Oh, no.
A quick note on the helmsman's penis.
The
Now,
helmsman
me,
penis.
and everyone in the press saw that VDR data.
Yeah.
fragwürdigen Penismanöver genutzt.
But despite how
The
realistic
penis
and
maneuver.
to scale it was not deliberate.
Oh?
Yes, sheer coincidence. If you watch
Oh.
the VDR data, he really is just dodging the ships, and that's the shape that the path took. So we didn't get in any trouble.
Okay.
The end. All right, I
Okay.
suppose one more smaller detail.
Oh.
Now that the Ever Given is free, what's going to happen to it? And what's
Yeah.
going to happen to the crew?
Yeah, what's
Well,
happening
the
to
Ever
them
Given was
now?
tugged over to Great Bitter Lake, where they determined that the ship was seaworthy and not in any urgent need of repair.
Well, that's
but
good.
it's also going to be impounded.
Oh.
Oh no. Hey, there's, like, police boats outside. Why? What did you do? This ship and its crew is now subject to the indefinite detention by the authority of the Egyptian government. Until you pay us, the Ever Given may not leave, says the
Well,
Suez
shit.
Canal Authority. Yes, we will be holding on to the Ever Given. It's our view that there was no wrongdoing on the part of the Suez Canal Authority or its two pilots, and it was all the crew of the Ever Given, so their ship will be held until the parent company agrees to rightfully pay us for all of the costs incurred. Ruh-roh. Now here's where things get very complicated, and there is a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo. But the crux is this. The Suez Canal Authority says, "Dear Ever Given owners, you owe us $900 million. And Shoei Kisen Kaisha says, no way. How many yen is that?
Bruh?
No way. So by April 13th, some of the crew was allowed to leave, but a lot of them have to stay. And there's a certain nervousness in the air. Large legal battles can go on for a while, and there was already a bad example of this just a few dozen kilometers away. The MV Aman.
Oh. Oh. The callback.
The MV Aman is a much smaller vessel, and it has been abandoned for years, detained by the Egyptian government in 2017 for
Jesus.
expired safety equipment. Now, they were told to replace the equipment and pay a fine. However, there was no one to replace the safety equipment or to pay the fine because the shipping company went broke.
$900 dues.
So they just abandoned the vessel. There was no way for the
Jesus.
legal situation to advance. And that meant that there was no way for the ship
putting
to
a
be
boot
released.
on it.
Most of the crew had to stay on the ship, and they would keep them there for more than a little while. 13 months before a judge finally decided, all right, look, just leave the keys with one guy. We'll call him the custodian, and everybody else can go home. Now, that custodian was a Syrian man named Muhammad Aisha. Look, he's holding the keys. He's holding the keys. You have to stay on the ship now. Everybody else got to leave, but he had to stay.
God damn.
On top of the 13 months he'd already been there, he spent the next 3 years aboard the ship. Quickly, the ship ran out of fuel, which meant it ran out of power, which meant it ran out of running water. No refrigeration either. Food ran out. Every few days, Mr. Aisha would be allowed to swim onto the shore to get food, water, charge his phone, but he was only permitted for about 2 hours until they would tell him to scoot. Would this be the same fate for the Ever Given crew?
Dude, what the
did not
fuck?
know.
That doesn't sound legal.
But we do, so let me tell you.
At that point, just
A few
scuttle
weeks
the fucking boat.
And the negotiations
Like, what the
continued.
hell?
You guys had those 2 bickering pilots. Yeah, but the cap.
The SEA claimed 300 mil in reputational damage, 350 on salvage costs, 80 mil in lost revenue, and some sundry. A man also died during the recovery effort, or just post recovery. It was a workplace accident, but it was factored into details. Details are scarce, so he didn't want to bring it up in this video.
Captain's always in charge. Sorry, who didn't arrange for tugboats while we were going through the canal? Oh, that was you guys. Who did you? I'm going to put 20,000 containers on one of the largest ships in the world and go double the speed limit, then complain about tugboats. But eventually, they all got together in a big group.
It was the
went,
pilots that
I'm
said
sorry
to go
about
the
all
double the
those
speed
things
limit.
I said and those emails I sent. I didn't mean it.
Got to apologize
I was tough
for
on
it
you
now.
as well. They embraced. They made
The little
amends.
smile, the little.
They made love.
They did not make
And
love.
they agreed, all right, you can keep using the canal, but sometimes we get to go fishing on the boat.
The figures at the settlement were not disclosed to the public, so we just used our imagination.
That's fair. That's tough, but that's fair. They shook on it. It was an Egyptian handshake. They do the thing with the elbow. It
This
wasn't
happened
mummy.
for real.
This story sucks. By September, the crew was allowed to return.
Fuck me.
They only got MV Amand a little bit. And that guy on the MV Amand, he got to go home too.
Good.
Why not? Get out of here, you
You should
scamp.
sue the government
The
for that.
Ever Given made its delivery to Rotterdam. They did it! All the cargo is here! Although, it wouldn't hurt to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Canterville continued his career in shipping. It wasn't the end. Maybe just one more for the road? It's a great time to be a cargo
One
ship
more
captain.
Pinor before the
I can
road.
tell you that much. Al Said returned the Lunexicon back to the Sphinx.
Lunexicon.
Thank you, old friend. And the Ever Given had some money.
The ship was released on July 7th, 2021, but because it needed those repairs, it wasn't ready for regular transit until November. The crew would have washed the ship leave without them, but by November they would be back on board.
Minor repairs done to the bow over in Qingdao Port in China. And then she was ready to
Nice
set
and
sail
shiny
again.
new.
The Ever Given was released back into the wild.
Back
It
to
sailed
sail the
into
seas
the
again.
sunset. Ever since then, global trade has improved.
Has it?
Prices have gone down.
Have
the
they?
economy flourished once again. Food returned to the supermarkets. Mothers clutched their babes. A litter of puppies.
Did it
And
really?
peace was finally restored.
Funny
to
to
the
use.
Middle East.
Oh god, this pig's got a
Forever.
nose job. That's cursed.
End.
The end.
Thanks again to Salee, the easy way to get data on your phone when you're overseas. And 15% off? Now that's a good deal.
Well, that was a fucking mess. Holy shit. So, yeah. Tell me how, like, your thoughts about the Ever Given down below in the comments, and what harebrained, crazy ideas you would have had on getting it out. So go ahead. So, goddamn, just thinking about the Ever Given whole situation is like, and everything else surrounding it is just a mess. But yeah, chat about it down below in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time in the HQ. Bye bye.